This just in, Russia is bombarding Kyiv in Ukraine. And we're going to talk about why Ukraine deserves to be its own country. So, they have been bombarding Ukraine and terrorizing its citizens. People at home in Russia have been taken hostage for protesting against the war, anti-war. This is going back to Soviet type crap. This is not good. And why Ukraine deserves to be its own state, native country, is because it deserves its freedom. It has way more freedoms than Russia. Even though Russia is a democratic nation, it still has major corruptions, which leads it to have some going back to Soviet times with some of their stuff, with some of the stuff they do through corruption. It's not a great state, which is why Ukraine left in the first place. And if the people decide they don't want to be part of a nation or monarchy, just like we did, then they should be able to. Think about this. Our ancestors did the same thing. Why shouldn't they be able to? Mind boggling, right? So, this is a complex issue. If your freedoms don't go before the else's freedoms, then you should be able to have it. And if it's not evil, for instance, if I wanted to be ruler of the whole of America and create a giant, vast empire, too bad. The people's freedoms and everyone else's freedoms outweighs my evil to want to rule. There's a difference between freedom and evil. As my views on abortion, that is evil. Like your freedom shouldn't come before someone else's freedoms to live. I don't really care what you think of that. We all have our own opinions. What's plaguing our country right now is saying I can't have my opinion without hating you. That's just simply not true. I can have my own views, I can have my own opinions, and still love you in the process. And so that's what's happening in Kyiv. Apparently, Ukraine is still winning the information war. Biden's going to address the EU and what's happening in there. And the Daily Wire is going to counter address the EU in their own address. And then Ben Shapiro is going to be reacting to Joe Biden's address and talking about it and reacting to it. And that's what's going on in America and in the foreign scene. So that's it, boys. Sub to sub if you want to keep updated. I guess on news if you want. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not Russia. Let's just pray for those lives of people who are at stake and for both people on the lines. I guarantee if I was a Russian soldier, I would not want to be fighting this war. You could say they've been indoctrinated, but if Joe Biden said we have to fight someone right now, I would not be a part of that. I would not want to be a part of that. I'd be forced to. Because or even if Trump did that, if it was a war like that. So I'm considering both sides because I like to be fair and well-minded. If anyone from any side did an unjust war, I would not support or be a part of that. And I feel as if a lot of Russians are, since they are literally being dragged and killed for protesting. Let's just pray for them and pray for the Ukrainians, and hopefully this war ends without any more violence.